Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is? It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And yo, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 7, Episode 18, Daring Done. Yeah, I'm with you, show. I'm with you to the degree of we gonna talk about this because they hand you the moral in this. It's like the moral wasn't that hard to see, and then at the end they remind you of what the moral was. If you need a re-reminder of the moral you got, it was this. You don't lose faith and hope in yourself and in others when people do you wrong. On top of that, don't break people's stuff. Be responsible or something. I'm lost. But seriously, for real though, I appreciate what the moral was when I think about it on a different wave, right? Is that AK Yearling / Daring Do, because they are one and the same, of course, is you don't let what people say determine the moves you make. And we can start right there. Is that, yeah, I'm like, yo, they the people in that south town on the south side, they took their shots at Daring Do. No, they took their shots at her because of the destruction she left in her wake. And one of the morals they actually handed it to you that when you mess up, take responsibility. So that's fair to do. At the same time, is that all of that stuff brought her down so low, it was like, I'm done. The thing is, that happens to all of us. Sometimes, even though we hate to admit it, sometimes the things that people say, it do get to us. And it gets to us in a way that make us outthink ourselves, right? That you sit up here and like, you may not be giving this any real headspace, but sometimes the thought just creeps up and you wonder and think in the back of your head, are they right about me? Are they right about what they're saying? It's never true. Well, you know, I don't want to take it because, see, there's a difference between constructive criticism and just completely being a hater. And you as a person have to learn the difference between learning what constructive criticism is and learning what somebody hating on you is for the sake of hating on you. And I really think that's the real lesson to take from this. It's not that the lesson isn't important about losing hope in yourself and others and take responsibility. But sometimes it's the lesson here, if you can really think about it, it's a little more psychological of sometimes people will say things and you really need to take it into consideration to see how to make yourself a better person. And sometimes people just say ignorant stuff for the sake of saying ignorant stuff because they can. And this episode was an example of people being misled without having all the facts before they need to point a finger at somebody, because people easily do that. And it's hard to not break that habit of, instead of getting into a mob or gang mentality or whatever, to take the information, sort out an answer for yourself. And if you still need to point a finger, at least you pointing a finger with the facts. And those people in that old south side town were pointing the finger because they were listening to Caballero and all his lies because of what he was trying to do to Daring Do. So in that, the lesson is a little more psychological when you take like 2 steps from it and then look at it like straight head on. You have to learn the difference again between constructive criticism about yourself and how you let that affect you versus somebody just completely just being a hater and just sitting up here doing that because they need to propel themselves up while they keep you down. I'm glad we had this conversation, internet. I'm glad we did. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need that reminder, but for real. Even with my psychobabble, quote unquote, aside, is that again, like I said, the lesson in this episode, not taking 2 steps away from it and looking at it, is yes. Again, let me remind you. Don't lose hope in yourself. Don't lose hope in others because others have lost hope in you without all the facts. When you do something, take responsibility for your actions and do what you can to fix the problems that you cause. Seems pretty cut and dry to me. See, again, thank you, Internet, for allowing me to have this conversation with you, the whole wide universe, about the psychological lessons you learned from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I'm helping. But yo, great episode. I enjoyed it. I'm like, it's been a while since I've seen an episode I didn't like. Well, there's never been an episode I really didn't like, but you get my point. Or if there's a point even to be made, I'm not even sure. Remember, kids, believe in yourself. Speak positive in the streets. Good things will follow. Just putting that out there for you. Don't lose hope in yourself. Don't lose hope in others. Thumbs up. Alright, man. Yo, let's go ahead and turn this into a video. Hey, yo. The one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And with that being said, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, hold up. Because I just had a thought. Because I was thinking about something before we get out of here. Is sometimes also a lesson to be learned from that. Just because I thought of this before we get out of here. It's sometimes you gotta let your friends hold you up. Sometimes you may not have the strength yourself to be that you may feel so defeated by what others do or whatever's happened. Sometimes you gotta let your people be your people. And this episode was a reminder of that too. Just something I thought of before we get up out of here. Just take that to heart too. Sometimes, man, let your fam, let your friends, let the people who you truly believe got your back and hold you up. Sometimes you need a helping hand. Sometimes you need somebody to remind you, man, that's some BS. That ain't you. You know you better than that. We know you better than that. Stand up and continue. More lessons. See? Look at that. So, reminder of lessons. Don't let nobody get in your headspace. Learn the difference between hate and constructive criticism. Understand that people gonna say what they want. You choose how you let it affect you. Let your people always have your back. If you truly believe them, your folks, take responsibility for the things you do and do what you can to make them right. And most importantly, don't lose hope in yourself and others. Lessons. All them lessons. Before I have to distribute another lesson, I'm the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And with that being said, for real and not for play, I'll holler at y'all next time, man. Peace out.